Hello, ladies. If everybody wants to come on forward, in the first.
I'm gonna have like interaction.
Yeah, we have
If
some
you wanna
interaction.
fill it, if you guys want to come in, I'll come around. Okay, thank you. Are we good? It's not connecting.
Do you need an adapter or anything?
I don't know.
Should be good. So is it just like a window that you're trying to show?
Yeah, it's pulled up here, but I don't know how to get it to do it.
Is it just the one slide?
No, there's like.
Okay.
Okay, well, I'll just stand here.
Perfect.
Okay, this is Stephanie Morgan, and I'm with a wealth of experience spanning 14 years in the healthcare industry. Steph has dedicated the past 6 years of her career to serving as a sexual health educator
Use one of the microphones if
and
you're
an
gonna wander
advocate,
around, please,
and
for
as
the
a
recording.
provider of
Thank you.
intimacy products, coupled with her
Is this-
expertise in conducting intimacy. Oh, I'm going to start over. Okay, no, I'll keep going. As a provider of intimacy products, coupled with her expertise in conducting intimacy treatments aimed at enhancing overall sexual function, she is committed to helping individuals foster positive sexual experience and well-being. Steph's approach is grounded in creating a safe and comfortable space for individuals to openly discuss and explore their sexual health concerns. She takes pride in offering a judgment-free, safe environment where clients can feel empowered to prioritize their sexual wellness. So with any further ado, this is Stephanie Morgan.
Thank you. All right, thank you guys. Can you hear me okay? All right, I'm a little awkward at first. I'll get my shakes out in just a second, but I'm very introverted, and for me to be talking about sex and pleasure-enhancing products is a big shoe to follow, right? But thank you all for being here. Everything's been so great, and thank you for staying all day. It's been a long day. Have you guys enjoyed it? Yes. Having a good time? Okay. All right, so yes, my name's Stephanie Morgan. I do a lot of women empowerment events, but at a smaller level, more at in-home parties. And I hate public speaking, but when Allie asked me to be a part of this, I felt honored. I spoke last year in a little small breakout group, and so like I said, I'll get my little wiggles out, my jitters, but thank you guys. So before we dive in, I know that we've learned a lot. Our brains are like on overload right now. I don't know, mine is. Are your guys's? Especially at that great talk right before this. So before we dive in, let's rate ourselves on how empowered you feel in the bedroom right now. So I'm going to ask you to close your eyes and just kind of reflect on this question. Rate yourself on how empowered you feel in the bedroom. And I'm going to ask a series of questions with your eyes closed. All right. So how sexy do you feel in the bedroom? And just think in your mind, you don't need to share with anybody else, but how sexy do you feel currently? How comfortable are you with having vulnerable conversations with yourself or with a partner? How much positive self-talk do you give yourself in a day? When's the last time that you appreciated yourself? When's the last time you felt excited in the bedroom? What did it feel like? Maybe there was a smell. When's the last time you told yourself that you appreciated yourself? When's the last time you told your partner that you appreciated them? When's the last time you laughed? Either with yourself or with a partner? Do you feel curious when it comes to trying new things in the bedroom? Do you feel nervous, triggered, or excited? How do you want to feel? And as you keep your eyes closed, today I want to give you permission to rewrite your story for experiencing pleasure. You have the choice to learn, experience, and be open, and hopefully feel a little bit more comfortable and empowered after an event like today. Right. When you're ready, you can open your eyes, and if you feel like you need to journal any of your thoughts, you can. All right, so sexual health really does matter, right? We've learned it a lot today. That's been the topic. It impacts all women. It impacts our quality of life. It has an effect on our overall health and wellness and directly contributes to self-image and confidence. It helps to shape how we view and enjoy intimacy, affecting our relationships and our families. All right, so a little bit about me. I've been a sexual health educator on a smaller scale with Pure Romance products. I'm doing sexual health education, and what empowered me to get out of my introverted self was being at a party, learning all of this information that I wish I got in sex health in high school. So here I was, a new mom, trying to figure out my body, no intimacy in the bedroom, and I went to a party where I was freaked out. I'm like, I don't know, sex toys are scary, this is weird. But I was so just empowered by the education that it was empowering enough for me to say, we need this work done in the world. I want to be somebody to teach this as well. So that was 7 years ago. It's opened a lot of doors for me. I do acoustic wave therapy treatments on genitals, so like male and female. I've been doing that for 3 years. Sorry, I'm so shaky. And then I'm married. I have 2 very busy boys. One of them is in the championship baseball tournament right now, so I kept checking my phone. So very active mama. I have a horse, 3 cats, and 2 emotional support goats for my horse. So a very busy life. I'm also Dr. Salt's medical assistant. I help on his surgical side. So I'm missing him today, but he's back tomorrow. So anyways, so intimacy tools. The topic of this class is intimacy tools. There's a lot of tools in the toolbox. We've talked a lot about toys today. But bath and beauty is really important, right? It starts with the way you're putting products on your body, the things we watch on TV, the environments that you're exposing yourself to. That's the main thing. So when you feel sexy, when you wear those clothes that help make you feel empowered, it really does help mentally. Do you guys know what the #1 sex organ is?
Your brain.
That's right, it's the brain. So if it's not happening up here, then it's not happening down there. And so just understanding that is key. Massage and touch. Touch is essential for bonding. It creates connection and blood flow. Enhancement products come in a lot of different ways. There's topical enhancements that help bring the blood flow. I'm going to speak to a little bit of the Pure Romance products, but there are a ton out there. Blue Boutique has a lot of great enhancements as well. So just anything that you're putting on that area to help maximize and stimulate blood flow. And then a good lubricant. We talked about lubricants. Not every lubricant is the same. So just knowing, I have some that I was going to put on your guys' finger. I guess we can do at the end. But water-based, you need some sort of moisture for it to work, right? A good moisturizer. And then there's the silicone. That doesn't absorb into your body. It just stays on your skin. You can use it in the shower, hot tub. Any anal sex, you're most likely going to want to use a silicone. There's fun, playful lubricants. We'll get into more of the lubricants. And then the bedroom accessories. There can be a great tool in the bedroom to help stimulate blood flow and to just try new things. Okay, this was my lubricant slide. So approximately 1 out of 3 women have trouble producing lubrication naturally, and that's not even talking about the body changes that we go through as menopause and with cancers and treatments. So using the proper lubrication can significantly increase the chance of orgasm for both men and women, that we talked about earlier as well. Do you guys want to feel some lubricants?
Do you want me to walk
I don't know.
around? Would that be
Yeah.
helpful?
Okay. Usually,
I can walk around with the other one, Bob. Do you
yeah. Okay. Well, they're kind, yeah.
Do you want the water or the silicone?
Well, the way I demonstrate them, or it's kind of like a group thing, like
Oh,
we gotta do it.
do you want us to all stand up here in a circle?
I'll watch it.
Okay, okay, so then I
I'll
can
tap a
help.
little bit on your finger, okay, and you dump a little bit on your finger. And then you just touch, touch everybody's. Okay, just a little touch. A little goes a long way. I think that's why I get awkward in this type of an environment, because my parties are interactive. And so when I'm standing up here talking. Okay, this is water-based. And none of this, already?
I'm too touchy, I guess.
Even that's enough, like 5, like very little bit.
She's not too sticky either.
Right. And I have wipies after you guys, if you want to wipe your hands. Got wipies. Thank you for getting Gluby with me. Okay, so go ahead and rub it on your fingers until it goes away. And if you're thinking, oh, it's a lube, it shouldn't go away. This is a good way to feel it on your fingers so you understand how it works. So once you feel like it's gone, if you want to lick your finger, or I know we just touched a lot of fingers, so maybe use your water. If you have water nearby, touch a water, or I can bring some around. Just a little bit, and then it re-wets itself. So then you can feel how that is kicking in. So this one is called Just Like Me. It was on a slide earlier. So Pure Romance has a pH balance products, which are really important. This one doesn't have flavor. Did it kick back in? Did you guys try it? Okay, so that's what it's doing. You just put it on your vaginal walls. It absorbs into the tissues, and then when you naturally get excited, it will kick into gear. So that's how water-based works. Silicone, you can just, if you don't mind, or I guess we can pass it around if you want to feel it on your finger. Do you guys want to know what I do at the parties to demonstrate this one? Yes. So I usually have somebody, so you sit in a pair, somebody be a really tight Juliet and somebody be a really strong Romeo, and they have to penetrate without lubricant and see if they can get in. And then I come around and I put the silicone on, and it's crazy how it slides right back in. So that's how I demonstrate those. It's a lot of fun. But then the laughter lightens up, right? So, yes.
More feeling one or another for a man? My husband says silicone dulls sensitivity.
It can, yep. And I think Derulo brought it up earlier, where it's too slippery in a way. There's no grip to it. So you just have to find, that's why there's not just one lube that's right for one job. Having a variety of them are important, so for different reasons. But yeah, this one you can use in the shower, in the hot tub, it just stays, silicone stays. And I know somebody mentioned silicone will usually eat silicone toys. Pure Romance has done many studies. If it's a really good medical grade silicone, and it's a good grade of silicone product, it won't eat each other. So that's a good thing too. Just make sure you're using high quality products, and that's not an issue. Okay, and then there's 2 more interactive ones, but so I'll just pass this around. If you guys want to try it, there's a warming one and a creamy one. Do you guys like touching the lubes, or I don't know? Yeah. Okay.
Sounds like a
This one is actually. Let's see. Yeah, this one we do together too. So maybe we'll do it together. So just put a little dab on everybody's hand right there and have them hold it. Yeah. All right, so Bobby's coming around and putting a little bit of this, it's called Sensation. Just leave it on your hand, don't touch it. Don't touch it yet. Just let it sit there, we're gonna do it together. Is that okay? Okay, all right, just hold it on there. And then I'll pass out wipies after we get all lubed up, but this one's kind of fun. So just let it sit there on your hand, mine's running, try to keep it steady. Yes, just let it sit there. It's fun. Okay, she's almost there. Sorry, I wish I should have brought 2 bottles. Yeah. All right, she's got a couple more dabs. All right, and these are all keto-free, they're calorie-free, they're gluten-free. They're all the free, so they won't cause any issues. Okay, we're almost there. One more in the back. Okay, so go ahead, and Bobby's gonna do it too. So go ahead and rub it to activate it, back and forth. And then you're gonna use your breath, like no, don't blow, but use your breath to heat it up. And just don't look me in the eyes when you do it, it's kinda sucks. So do you feel, so it takes friction to activate, and then your breath to warm it up. So that's how, this is a fun, and none of these should feel sticky. If they do feel sticky or tacky, it's because you have food on your hands, but normally they don't feel sticky or tacky. Any type of playful one with flavor, I mean, that one's edible too, you can lick it, that one's cotton candy. But anytime there's, flavors, be careful in your genital area, just make sure it doesn't make a reaction. This is a really fun foreplay one, because you can put it on 3 places on your body and then tell your partner that you put it on 4, and then it's like this little edible scavenger hunt. So there's lots of fun ways that you can interact with products. And I'll pass these wipies around. I think the creamy lube is coming around too. It's the whip. Yeah, the whip is right there. Sorry. Oh, no, you're okay. You're like, I got lube all over my hands. And there's tissues coming around as well. So the creamy one, that's gonna be good for any male masturbation sleeves, C-rings, anything that needs more of a creamy texture to it. Okay.
You said something I've never heard before.
Okay. Uh-oh. Yes, a C-ring. Yep. We're gonna talk about that in just a second. All right. Any questions about lubricants? Okay, yeah.
I don't really have any experience with the silicone stuff, like,
Okay.
will our body, like, naturally clean that out? So it still seems weird to, like, leave silicone inside my vagina.
Vagina. Yeah, that's a great question. I'm not a doctor, so I don't exactly know how to answer that, but our body has a great way of cleaning itself out, just like semen getting in there. It's not it's a bodily fluid that you absorb. But that's a really great question. Having silicone inside your body, it obviously cleans out. But that's a really good question. We're gonna find out before the end of the day. Okay. Yeah, that's a good, for sure.
Can I ask you a question about water lubricants?
Yes.
This is for a friend.
Okay.
She kidnapped her partner and she had a water lubricant.
Uh-huh.
It's gonna be a fabulous night. Strawberries, everything, wine, everything. And my friend used this set water, and everybody was ready in the room, and it felt like hot, it just felt like somebody poured cinnamon oil on it.
Oof.
On
Yeah.
both of them.
Yeah.
And I thought, what? It said water.
Ouch. Yeah.
Ouch, it ruined,
Yeah.
the whole night. And I
Yeah. No, I take it, tread lightly when it comes to starting any type of new products, because you want to know how you react to it.
So is there a warning?
Maybe really small in the bottle at the very bottom that you can't read. But yes.
Really quickly, I
Yeah.
did buy a wonderful product from Blue Boutique,
Uh-huh.
called Women's Lust Intense.
Okay.
I was just encouraged by our other survivor.
Okay.
Put it on my tongue so I could experience the vibrating electrical field.
Oh, wow.
So, yeah, that's one way to experience it first.
Yeah.
orally.
Yeah, yeah.
We're going like,
Ah, like it's too intense. Yeah. Yeah. Yes, ma'am. Mm-hmm.
So when people are buying booze, I tell them to take a little bit, like the amount
Yeah.
that you've been distributing, and just try it in your inner lip, because your mouth membrane is the same
As
as
your-
your vaginal.
Yeah.
membrane.
Mm-hmm. That's a really good
The
tip.
reaction you'll get in
Your mouth
will give you a sense, an idea
of how you react.
how it will react vaginally.
That's a
So
really
if
good.
you get a reaction in your mouth,
Mm-hmm.
do not take it.
Yeah, that's a really good tip. Yeah, really good tip.
So always just kind of test it.
Test it. Yeah. Using really good, reputable products are really important.
Got this at a doctor's office, and I thought,
Oh, yeah.
it would just be wonderful, and then I would be grand, and that was her $300. The whole night at the hotel kind of fizzled.
Yeah. Oh, geez.
Yeah.
Yeah, take it easy. Tread lightly. Okay, so now we're going to talk about just some different vibrators. Before we talk about vibrators, just because we're like jumping into the big guns, just think of just subtle aids that you can use in the bedroom to help enhance pleasure. It doesn't all just have to jump right to the toys and the vibrations. The power of a simple blindfold, when you take away one of your five senses, the others heighten. So there's some really good massage aids. This is like the most freakiest thing in our catalog. It's this massage glove. It comes with two. It just enhances the massage. Lingerie, you know, feeling empowered and sexy in your own body is huge. So just the power of these little things that can make a big difference. So, all right, and then just some more vibrators. I know we talked a lot about vibrators today. We've seen a lot. So do you guys all understand clitoral ones, the clitoral glands that we just learned? This is my lady that I show at parties. I don't have a 3D image, but this is my 3D image of it printed that you guys saw earlier on that little diagram. So it's very important. She's beautiful. Take really good care of her. We can do all these things to enhance our bodies, you know, but we only have one vagina, so take really good care of it. And then, so different types of toys hit different pleasure points and hot spots in our body. Let's see. So anything that has like a little, so here's my classy hand vagina, okay? So the clitoris right here, the clitoral glands, and then the clitoral legs. So if you see me walking around with my kids, this is our gang sign. Just say hi, Steph. This is my gang sign, the clitoris. So any type of toy that has, a lot of people ask me too. They say, what's your number one selling toy? My best friend has this one. I want to get that one. And I always say, it's not about, everybody's body is different. The way we experience pleasure is different. And so whatever you feel called to is what you should go with. But so clitoral right here, something little, something that you can just put some pressure right there where you need it. 80% of women need clitoral stimulation to experience an orgasm. So anything like this would be considered a clitoral vibrator. And then a vaginal G-spot and dual action is something kind of like this. So where it's doing two things, kind of like that Lilo 2 that we saw earlier. Dual action where it's internal and external at the same time. Most of them have two different motors, and so you can stimulate different things. Male masturbation sleeves, I really don't, the power of a male masturbation sleeve is so big. Sometimes us women just don't want to use our body for penetrative sex, right? So something with the male sleeve where it does open, it will fit. You use the creamy lubricant for this one. You can pull on the bottom of this particular one. There's a lot on the market, but you pull up and like this, and it creates a sucking vacuum sensation in here. Painful sex. You could even cut this down and use it as a barrier, or use this as a barrier if you want to just use a little bit of your body and not all of your body. And so this has been one of my top selling ones just for that purpose alone. So that's a,
You put that on him or
yeah,
on you?
on the penis.
Oh, okay.
Yep, it just slips right on the penis. Yep. All right. And then a C-ring looks like this. Has anybody seen a C-ring before? I think there's a few questions. So, okay, so, yeah, on the sleeve, yeah. Yes. No, so this just goes straight on an erect penis. Yep, this one, yep. It's not inserted in the vagina. No, but you could just, yes, this one swallows for you, she said, yes, yes, yes. Yep. That was good. I usually say that at parties. I'm still warming up. She says it swallows. So, yeah, it does the swallowing for you, especially when you make this pull-up sensation. It's a sucking sensation right here, so you don't even have to use your mouth.
So it works faster than
Exactly.
you get arthritis.
No. With this, it's like 2 minutes. Yeah. No, Yeah, we'll talk about like the hand job, right? Hand job, it's a job for a reason, a hand job and a blow job. So this does the job for you, like 2 minutes, 3 minutes tops. He goes in here, it stays in there, so you can give it to him, and it doesn't even get all over your hands. He can go clean it out, so. Okay, and then the concept of a C-ring, to just do some education on a C-ring. So this one in particular has 2 rings. You can move it up. You don't have to have one with 2 rings, but C for constriction. So it's constricting the blood flow to the shaft, which makes them actually stay harder longer. And then it's cutting the blood supply, as you can see. There are rings that aren't as constrictive, but if you think of our anatomy, all those 8,000 nerve endings right in the tip right here, the very tip, that's external. Now when, let's see, here we go. So there's this vibrating now. So this is vibrating on the shaft. It's cutting the blood supply. And then now all those vibrations are going right on the clitoris. So if you think of regular penile penetration, you're not even hitting those nerve endings up there. So a C-ring really can help bridge that gap and bring the stimulation to the clitoral right there. She's dying back there. She's like, sure, mind blown. This one in particular does have that second ring, so this could be put behind the scrotum. Just let him do it, because if you accidentally do that, you might be getting kicked across the room. But this also vibrates. This vibrates beneath the prostate area, so men can have a different orgasm experience as well. So
So are
that's,
there different sizes of C-rings?
yes, ma'am. Yep.
So do you just say, get hard so I can measure you with the tape?
No, they usually stretch, and so then, yeah, just find your comfort level. Some men don't like the constriction, but so I really like this one, because then it's still serving the purpose of hitting the clitoris and vibrating the shaft, but without making them feel like, ouch, you know, so,
So that top thing that will vibrate?
yes, yep,
Okay, and then it will vibrate through the rings?
yes. Vibrates through the rings, which now vibrates the shaft as well, yep,
So you don't put it around, you put it around their penis, not their testicles.
right, yep.
Too many things?
No, there's options for 2, yeah.
Can
Go underneath the scrotum. Mhm. Yes, yep. So that's a little bit about toys. There's a lot of gadgets out there. And it can be confusing, right? Like, which one is best for me? So just my tips on finding any sort of bedroom accessory that you want to experience with. What are you most drawn to? Find something with medical grade. It was mentioned a lot. You don't want anything that rips easy or cracks. Using a really good lubricant is also really important. And
make a comment
yeah,
on that?
absolutely, please do.
If you don't use medical grade silicone that is body safe, if you're using something, it may feel very soft to you, but it will actually create tiny fissures in the tissues of your vulva or your vaginal canal. Like, it actually creates little tiny micro
Tears.
in the, so that's really important.
Yeah. So as those micro tears build up, then scar tissue gets in there, and then like you start getting desensitized to it. It's a great harbor for bacteria to grow, UTIs, a lot of bad things. So yeah, thank you for adding that. Yes. Yep. And then, like I said, if
Or glass or metal.
yeah, any
Those
type of
are-
toys.
Yeah,
Mhm.
I mean, those things are safe too.
Right. Yep. And then start small and easy. So if it looks intimidating to you, if you saw that Lilo 2, if you're like, oh, like that thing is extreme.
Nova
Yeah,
2,
Nova
not
2.
Lilo,
No,
V5,
that's right.
V5 Nova 2.
Yeah. So just if something looks intimidating to you, you're most likely not going to use it. So try to find something, start small, maybe a little bullet, maybe just a simple blindfold or a massage product. Just really start slow and build upon each other, build upon tools, right? And then if you're sensitive, just avoid toys that are too powerful. Look for ones that are gentle and have slower vibrations as well. And then I put this QR code up if you wanted to connect. I do one-on-one parties, like smaller, intimate house parties that are free. I love doing educational events. So if you wanted to scan, that's my QR code. It links you to my Instagram as well. It's a little messy. It's like sex toys. Here's a picture of a horse. I'm at a baseball game. So I'm in the midst of making like a professional one, but that's me. I'm just kind of always busy. But and then I do the treatments, the acoustic wave therapy treatments that help with blood flow and just really helping restore the vaginal rejuvenation. I do those at Salt's Plastic Surgery in his spa. So
Is the acoustic wave similar to the ultrasound that the men do for the erectile dysfunction?
yes, so erectile dysfunction treatment is acoustic wave. It's usually not ultrasound. It's shockwave therapy is another word for it. But yeah, it's the ED treatment. And that's where I started. I started in an ED clinic, and then we started to do more on women. And so I do both, but it's just so empowering to be able to help somebody and see the difference. And it's like no downtime. There's really no contraindications, and so it's really awesome. Yeah, yes.
And I had to step out, and I
Yeah.
apologize. Did you talk about using a wedge?
I didn't. No, I didn't.
just ask
Absolutely. Yeah, please do. Here's a microphone.
Time is always when you're presenting, I mean, I think you can all imagine that we could talk about this for a long time, and time is always our enemy, right, when we're trying to, but this was something that I didn't want, that I think aligns with what Stephanie is talking about. If you use a wedge, a lot of people try to use a pillow to kind of prop their pelvis up and create a different angle of the pelvis for particularly thinking about penis and vagina, missionary position, sex. The wedge can be in different positions, but thinking about accessing the clitoris during missionary position, penis and vagina, the clitoris is often unable to be accessed with a small pinpoint toy, because now that the C-ring talks about where it's going to access the clitoris, but a lot of times you can't get to your clitoris to keep stimulation on there during traditional missionary position PIV, right? But if you use a wedge of foam, not a pillow that's going to collapse, it actually changes the angle of the pelvis, so you actually can access that perineal, the penetration accesses the perineal sponge and the urethral sponge that we learned about better because the pelvis is tilted up, right? Mm-hmm. Yeah, and so you tilt the pelvis up, the penetration then accesses those pleasurable areas more readily, and you have room because the clitoris is it's not being, squashed, right? So the clitoris, you're able to keep, like, do you have a little like a tango or something? Like a little lipstick or a little bullet? Like
Oh,
you
yeah,
can
yeah.
keep the little bullet or the little pinpoint.
Yeah.
You can keep something on your clitoris while you're having
the wedge.
penetrative intercourse,
Yes.
right? So that wedge and moving that pelvis up really helps you.
Where is your bottom? At the top or at the bottom?
Your bottom is, yeah, bring one. Your
Be
bottom.
careful what you ask for. You might be tied up here
No,
in a
if
second.
you're on your back, then your lower back and pelvis are going up the incline of the wedge. The wedge is about 7 inches. So lower back and pelvis, so your pelvis is kind of at the top of near the top of the wedge, right? I mean, we're looking like just 7 inches. So it's not.
I'm not talking where you can't see space.
No. We're talking 7 or, no. We're not talking like an inversion table. We're talking about
maybe.
like a 7-inch
That might work too.
wedge of foam, right? 7 or 8 inches. Okay, there you go.
This is what she's describing.
Oh, my.
And what it does is exactly what she
Yeah.
just said.
It moves the pelvis at a different angle.
Travel, TSA, you can
I mean, you can buy them that are inflatable, like a beach ball, right? So you can travel with it.
and it shows you the different,
This is probably foam. This is,
yes.
because you want kind of a higher quality foam, a dense foam to hold your body weight. But I have a,
They come in different sizes.
Yeah.
But it's the gift that keeps on giving. Hopefully.
Okay, but I did buy an inflatable one, so you just blow a lot of air into it and make it really, that I can travel with, and I paid like, I think I paid $12 on Amazon.
Yeah. Yes. Okay, thank you for that. Is there any other question? I think we're about to wrap it up, but thank you guys so much. And if you do want to feel or see any of these Pure Romance, I'm happy to show you if you have more questions on them.
And lots of rooms outside.
Yeah, yeah. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you.
On behalf of Intimate Reborn Foundation, thank you, Steph, for your presentation and showing us all the toys.